Okay, third time. Shit. Whoever's watching, hello. I put the link in the other one again. Okay. Hey, Dad. Let's see. I got. There we go. Sent Graham, Foxy, and Debbie the link. If anybody wants it, let me know. I'll send it. If I know you, that is. So hopefully I won't have to do it again. Hey, Martin. Again. Number 3. So, having good conversations there both times. I guess too much info there. Fat Tony and Clown's Rule. But Clown's Rule was the first time, and then Fat Tony, he was still in the fucking cameraman box. So from now on, if you want on the show, you have to send you the link. So, shit. Shit. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. I could add them to the text box there. And it's showing, I'll screen share what I'm seeing here in my chat box. Just a second. It's showing there's another person in here with me. But as you can see, it's just me. So, okay. Strange. Okay. I send it to you, Debbie, and Foxy, and Graham. Anyone else wants it? No one is in here with me. I'm saying the Hangout chat box is showing there's someone in here, but it's just me. I already sent the link. So. Yes. Yes, Phantom. Blank avatar. It says empty hangout. And it's showing no one but me. But there's still the blue person. Okay. Okay. I'm coming. Oh shit. Wrong button. Oops. Okay, there you go. You're out of the box.
Ta-da. All right. All right.
This better be the last time I have to do this.
We'll fire it up over on mine, and if you want, we can put it on Ustream, and we can double it to the broadcaster, and then we can save it to the hard drive. You can do all that stuff.
There we go. Okay. Try to talk, Daddy.
It ain't.
I'll let you talk.
She's on mute. She'll get it in a sec. She got her buttons.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Your mute buttons. There you go.
Okay, okay. Yeah, it's still on mute.
Yep. Don't even gonna talk about that bullshit. It just gives them fucking strokes their little penis wrinkles.
Yeah.
Gives a shit.
It was.
Kid. Seemed like a few haters came in right before that happened too, didn't it? Got that hell of a squeal going guy. Hell of a squeal.
I couldn't. There's too much going on. I couldn't keep up with everything.
There, how they do? They come in there. They fake like they're trying to. Oh, I was going to apologize, but why didn't you start with that then instead of? Oh, that's that Grim fucking didn't want to fucking face me and a fucking start with that and then come in and say, well, I only came in to apologize, as if you're some sort of a passive fucking monk or something. You fucking asshole. Get the fuck out of here. So fucking transparent. It's ridiculous. Aren't you old enough to know better than to fucking get caught acting like that?
Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Nope.
Yes, I can hear you.
Not even a bit. A little bit. How you doing?
Oh man, what a day!
What a day.
Crazy day. Oh,
What a funny day. Yeah.
I talk about it, but
It's people that are he's upset about Trump. That's what it is, you know? That I don't, I don't fall for the old,
shit.
It's like, okay, it's my opinion. I don't have to fucking go for any one of the candidates. I don't have to do any of that. That's the lovely part about being in America, right? I could even have my own fancy theory about how they're all pharaohs and blah, 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 and that should be perfectly fine because that's free speech and we're in America. But this fucking fool wants to troll me because of my ideas on this. Instead of like spending all that energy trolling me about my ideas, instead of looking up into the fact that they're both Jesuit running on the same team, you could have. It's a lot less energy, kiddo. But I guess that's your ego is making you chase me around, you know, because I slap back, and you're like, nobody slaps me. Well, then don't slap me. You understand? I slapped back. I didn't come at you. I don't jump on your channel and chase you down, bro. I'm not on every one of your videos looking for what you're saying, right? It's you doing that to me. So, hey, deal with it. If you're going to float around and click on my videos and watch my shit, then you're going to end up having to hear my opinion. Deal with it. Otherwise, just go click somewhere else. It's fine. It doesn't hurt anyone else. Just go away.
Everybody got their own opinion. So.
Yeah, you're too old for that shit. Hell of a douche.
What a day.
Crazy day.
Hello, Debbie. Hello, Grim again.
Oh,
Hello,
I was
Rebecca.
just enjoying yapping at somebody.
Get me so
Grim needs to be
popular.
humbled. If you only knew how humbled Grim really is.
Well, I just love someone trying to silence me. That really got me this morning. That just makes me madder than hell, and I'm going to make sure that I just get on here more.
Yeah.
Right? What were we talking about when they got all up in arms on start shooting at us with the flak, right?
Well, remember, for me,
Vaccines, Big Pharma, the Negalese issue.
That's right, yeah.
Can I say something? It started for me in the first podcast. All of a sudden, as soon as Becky's show started, about a few seconds in, my connection I've never seen it do that. It just kept going off, on, off, on, off, on. And then as soon as the program crashed the first time, my connection came back solid.
Wow.
The only thing I could do during that first podcast was like I could type and then wait till it was a solid connection and then hit enter. Yeah. But then when I saw the stuff was happening to your show and everything, I was like, oh my, we got to do something about this.
Yeah.
It looks like we got it figured out, don't it?
Well, yeah, it definitely seems to be. Don't leave the link out. I would say.
No.
Oh, listen in for a bit, guys. I've got to.
Vicky.
Okay.
I wonder if they're still running actually, or they've been stopped.
Let me see if there's.
They've been stopped. Let's see.
Yeah, you need to go in there and delete those videos. You delete those last past videos that you just did.
Why would I delete them?
In case they hop back on there, control it, put some porn on it, and channel taken down.
The Hangouts are gone. The Hangouts are gone.
Oh, you didn't save them, huh? Okay.
No. I'm saying the chat boxes are gone.
That's the weird part about what
Yeah, but you go in your video manager and it's still up in there. You go to your video.
They're done. They can't get back in it. So that one's done.
Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah.
I would check
done.
in for my own self-preservation.
Yeah, I'm gonna check.
It's as simple as checking your pocket for your lighter, you know?
Yeah.
Might as well check. Because, you know, if they have the control to do that, they can probably just start it back up, too, within the 5 minutes and be back on air.
Okay, that bot is in the chat again. There's a bot in the text chat box. I'm just warning you because that's when I saw that everything started. There's a blue man bot in there.
Just a victim.
Yep.
Kick them out.
Yeah.
I can't. It's not even registering them as the people in the box.
That's what I thought.
Is he in your Hangout? I don't see him.
No, it's in the chat
only
box.
in the chat
It's in the
box.
chat
It goes
box.
in and out. It's been doing that since the very first podcast.
Show you. Hang on.
Yeah, show him the image of the chat box.
I don't see him.
Because I've been watching this closely. That's why I was trying to tell you guys.
On the Hangouts chat box? Oh.
Yeah.
See, there it disappeared.
See, there goes it disappeared.
Uh-huh. So you can't grab him.
No, yeah. We're on to him. See, he knows whoever it is.
That's been happening for about my last show. It done that too.
Shit.
So, crap. Oh, there we go.
Get the fuck out of here.
What the hell?
It's so ridiculous. There's so many ways
That's
to
never,
communicate.
that's not YouTube. That's never happened before,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it's just started happening here about a week or two ago.
Oops. See, that looks like the connection issue I was having.
That is weird, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
God.
They see it was there and then disappeared again.
Yeah. Let them out of the box. Okay.
Oh shit! Sorry, I was looking at the thing. There you go. It's there.
Unmute.
I got it. Yeah. Well, then there's another thing I can do, so I'm gonna just do that real quick.
See. Okay.
I would say it's a sign of desperation.
Yeah.
Or immaturity. Let's move on. Keep talking about what we were talking about.
Yes. What was you talking about?
Negatives, vaccines, fucking bullshit with the GMOs, all that shit. That's what got them all fired up.
Well, tomorrow is the 14th.
GMO.
Yeah, that's the Monsanto Hague simulation, whatever. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I think someone's having a show or a live podcast for the event. Do you remember who that was?
I can't remember which one it was. You're here 2 times.
Me.
And is it the march against Monsanto tomorrow too?
I think it goes on for 3 days, the 14th through the 16th. It depends on your area.
Yeah.
You need to go to that link, and it will tell you any activities in your area and what day.
I'll go find it and get the link there.
If I can find it, I'll post it.
Let's see. I know you had shared it earlier.
Well, yes, what I shared was a live podcast tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me pull it up. I don't even know who's sponsoring that, but I think it's just people getting together and talking about what's going on during the event.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, I found it. I'm posting it in the chat. If it'll
Thank
let me.
you.
But I'm trying to find the original website. Do you remember, was that the GMO, which website that was sponsored by?
What, the one you were talking about, the
Millions
Hangout, or
Against Monsanto.
the what?
Never mind, I'll find it.
I got the website here. Yeah, I got it. I found it.
Did you find the actual sponsor website?
Yeah.
Good.
I got the website. Yeah.
Because I have a very slow computer here today. It's hard for me to find.
There we go. There's in the YouTube chat there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Click.
That's it. Yeah.
Sorry.
March Against Monsanto.
There we go. Okay.
So you can't do a show now then? Bless you.
We're doing it.
Yeah, but I'll just have to send it out privately, the Hangout link. So, yeah.
You got 2 grins.
I'm gone.
He's got to be jealous. He's got no, not jealous. I'm the same. I'm not with it. It's getting night. It's cold in England where I am.
Well, what about global warming, though?
Oh, bloody hell, do me head in, I tell you. Bloody freezing all day, heating in on all day.
How convenient. You got all the wood burning.
I don't have
Having a
that,
wood burning
unfortunately.
stove is illegal
I
now,
wish.
right?
Isn't
In
it,
so many
Yeah.
different places.
isn't it interesting that
With the grand solar minimum on the way in the peak.
that's what I was saying.
It's like
Oh,
perfect timing.
Callaghan.
No
Oh,
oil, no wood. You can't do anything now, and it's gonna be freezing. So you're gonna have to depend on a conglomerate.
yeah, very expensive. I have prepaid meters, which is like you have to top up. And these energy companies are making the profit. I'll bet you they make it cold deliberately so they can make the profit for the companies, energy companies. And it's like, oh God, where's all my winter stuff? It's like, I don't know how people can have, I'm sure they do this deliberately, in October, the cold weather is unusual to be this cold. It's usually end of November, December time, maybe, but not as cold as it is.
Well,
was
something that
gonna say-
makes it feel so unusual to you. Oh, I hear you talking.
Oh no, I was going
Me.
to say the same thing as her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, something that probably makes it feel so unusual as well is that they told you to expect the hottest weather ever, too.
Yeah.
So then, and it's really super cold for a long duration of time. You're like, this is so fucking unusual
Right.
because we were expecting a lot of heat. But we're in a
It's
solar
weird, isn't
minimum,
it?
a grand solar
Yeah.
minimum. So, yeah, the sun is not electrically fired up as it
No.
usually is. I mean, it
No.
is, of course, huge
Mm,
deal, but it's not, throwing off the nearly as much energy to us right now as it normally
exactly.
does. And that lowers
I
the
mean,
magnetosphere and the charge of everything. I mean,
yeah.
you know,
I was watching.
I was
I'm
thinking
not.
this would be a good time to start setting long jump records and shit too. Check the gravity. Might be a little weaker right now. Even though remember they say the decay of the atomic structure seems to be decaying. Well, maybe it's because they've been, checking the weight has been getting lighter because the dielectric charge is getting lighter from the sun, and it's not really the decay from whatever the material was in the first place. Now, that was just a random thought. I don't know why I even threw that out there. But do you know where I'm going with that, Debbie?
Yeah.
Yes, I
Oh,
do. I understand where you're
right.
going. I do think that we're just now being given some information as to what the total complexity of interactive effects of what happens when you decrease and you have a decrease.
Did you feel my epiphany just now?
Uh-huh.
That was crazy, huh? I mean, shit. That was one of those. I just not thought of that, guys. I do this type of shit. Ask Debbie. I just come up with some of the most fucking applications to the things that we're learning about that you normally don't see applied anywhere.
Well, I felt that I could understand the arguments that have been presented about how effectively it can increase cloud coverage, which can then decrease the temperature. But there was something missing in that argument. And when you mentioned how it's going to affect the dielectric effect here on Earth, that made a lot more sense. And I think you said something to the effect of that it creates more water in the atmosphere, actually.
Yes, for sure.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Right.
And I mean,
more hydrogen particles can come in.
I mean,
More hydrogen. That's what I'm saying particles, but they're really field perturbations from the sun. Energetic. It's hydrogen waves, basically.
This is for your benefit. I want to make sure everyone understands. This is an important distinction that Grimm is making here, because the arguments about what happens during a solar minimum and a grand solar minimum have to do with greater cloud formation, not because it creates more water, but because you get more condensate around particles. But what Grimm's saying is something different. He's saying you actually get more H2O generation in the atmosphere.
Yeah, pure water. Because the hydrogen comes in and mixes with the oxygen in the atmosphere. Hydrogen and oxygen
And
bond
remember
and
what the
create
grand-
water.
Well, and remember what the grand solar minimum does. It affects the magnetosphere in such a way where it actually allows more cosmic particles, what we call
To
particles,
enter through the magnetosphere.
Yes,
That's right.
exactly.
So I put those together and discovered that discovered it in my mind, but I mean, this comes from me. That's I don't fucking know anybody else saying this shit.
Yes, that's worth knowing. Very interesting.
I know that's like it's just one of those things, where I need to be humbled.
No, if you got the talent, you got knowledge. It's very impressive. It's worth knowing about.
It impresses me because I didn't realize that I was able to do that. I mean, I did, but I mean, how you kind of forget. You know what I'm saying? Hammered down by the fucking, the crowd around you, so you don't even try so much. You know what I mean? And then
Have you communicated this with Dave over at Adapt 2030? Because I think I think you should.
Oh, that's a good site. Yeah, I've seen that one.
I think you should, maybe send him a quick PM or something, because I think he'd love to put that in as another mechanism that's involved here. It certainly makes sense, because that's exactly what's happening to the magnetosphere. It's allowing more hydrogen ions in.
The way I look at it is it's fucking... I figured this shit out. I mean,
But they're not.
really? Why
Else
isn't everybody else seeing it? It's almost plain as day.
But nobody else is saying it. That's why I'm thinking he could add that into his next video.
Well, you can tell him if you want. I mean, shit, I've got a million of these ideas.
Is that why? I mean, I'm a bit naive on the scientific points that you're making, but bear with us. Is that why the way the chemicals work, and we see the odd colours like a rainbow effect around the sun and the clouds around it?
That's actually boron, barium and aluminum salts and shit.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And
yeah.
they create a refractive, oily looking, because they're cutting the light up into the prisms of different
That's what
spectrums.
I thought. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
They're Pink Floyding the shit out of us up there.
Yeah. Because I bet it's going to be a bad winter, and this, because when they say mini ice age and you just look at different things, I'm careful what I watch, so I don't get overloaded with crap information, and it's like, I like to plan ahead. I mean, to get my home as warm as possible and the mainstream kind of thing. And I wished I did have a log fire, because that'd be more cost effective. The old coal fires in Great Britain, my old dear used to have a house with a lovely coal fire, and that was cheap in them days. It's going back quite a time. But when you were living flats and you're relying on central heating, and all them gas and electric bills go up every winter, don't they? I don't know if anyone else experienced that. But
you got to think about it. This too. I just thought of something else. Sorry to interrupt you, but while you're talking, you were helping me formulate thought. When you pack the electrons into an object, it gets colder, right?
Yeah.
So now, so there's another variable at play. We're getting packed full of electrons as well.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Because they're, if you call them electrons, but more, I guess not. That would just be like, never mind. Because I'm molding two different fucking theorems.
Theories, yeah. Well, you never know. Because it's like when you freeze your
superconductors, if you freeze something, right? You create a superconductor out of it, and it's like...
yeah.
There's no space in between, hardly. The atoms, basically, is what that is supposed to be. They're all frozen into place. So I just look at all of those aspects and think, one variable controls the other, and then the other end of the spectrum is also a variable that controls the other end of the spectrum. If you freeze something, you create a superconductor out of it. And then when you pack something full of electrons, you freeze something.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's common sense. Yeah.
if all the electrons can't move, you know, they're stuck in the place. So compact.
Because when they go on
Yeah,
about
free.
mini ice age and then the weather modification and certain islands around the globe will sink. Oh, this, you know, there's the. What's your Grim? I got a point actually. You might think I have.
Oh.
I'm on the shelf on this one, on the fence. This so-called planet. There's people keep mentioning all this. I think I have no idea. Whatever else is going on in that atmosphere above us, you know, they call it Wormwood or Planet X or what, North Star, whatever.
It's
All this stuff going
Nibiru.
on. Is
It's
it load of
Nibiru.
BS? Yeah, I thought as much. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
I
yeah,
had my
that's
suspicions.
Tiamat and all of that. Yeah, that's, you know, the old stories of, you know, that's a lot of crisscross fucking Anunnaki, Zechariah,
That's what.
Sitchin, take
Yeah,
you away from the idea that Saturn was our brown dwarf star. All that shit, bring you into this alien realm of all this magic
this is what I
bullshit,
thought. Yeah, yeah. That's
right?
why I mentioned it. I had a suspicion
And
it might be like that.
Jupiter has a big spot like that on it, but you know, how would they have ever seen Jupiter? And well, unless it, we were separated from Saturn with a little help from Jupiter and the heliosphere, and then got reconnected to the sun in a new orbit. That's basically what happened. I think, and then they're trying to kind of like hide all of that from us, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Because when you see other
hide the
typical,
fact that
I
we're,
don't
you
call.
know, really old. We're a lot older than they say, and then
I
so they
bet.
can,
Yeah,
yeah, of
yeah,
course. Well, if we're only a couple
yeah,
thousand years old, then we stop looking around there, don't we?
yeah,
Yeah, well, it
yeah.
happened later than that, about 8,000 years ago. So we don't even know that they've been setting things up for 6,000 years to rule the shit out of us with these fake ones.
Yeah.
That's how they got the proxy on us, folks. You know, they had subtle earth energy technologies, all this kind of shit. We think we're so fucking technologically advanced right now. And we're totally, if we just paid closer attention, even like the layman, even the regular guy, like an electrician, he's going to see that, oh, wow, pink granite is an irradiated stone. Oh, wow, there's art gaps. Look at the Giza pyramid is actually something, a mechanical device. Huh.
Yes.
It's just regular Joes can figure this shit out if they're not swamped with the other story first, you know.
That's it.
There's an
Yeah,
illusion. Your imagination helps you make connections for the other story.
yeah. There's so many of those big channels that pushing that theory about New Brew
I
and
think they
all
call
this
that
stuff.
fresh perspective. Usually a guy with
Yeah,
fresh perspective can have some enlightening ideas to someone who's been stumped on something for so long.
yeah, yeah. That's interesting. Thanks for that theory. Yeah. Well, facts. Yeah.
So what was, I know I didn't finish answering your question.
No, it was just your take on there's all these channels pushing the Nibiru theory
Right.
about another
We're
planet
older.
coming into
Sorry.
us. Yeah.
Thank you. That was very helpful. But yeah, so they talk about the planetary events and all this kind of stuff. Well, you know,
Yeah.
we don't even have the same sky right now as we did then. I mean, we have
Right.
different
No.
planetary configurations and stuff in the sky. And we know that we had particular configurations in the past. I see your dartboard and I think of one of them, you know, behind you there, that
Yeah.
configuration, the plasma shape configuration.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like Venus, and with, you know, the dartboard being Mars in the middle, the bullseye, right? And those white lines that are coming out from the dartboard, those are the electrical current, and you know, that's Saturn, the big disc all the way on the back that that's a part of.
Could
I mean,
also
I think that's exactly a representation of the thunderbolts of the gods, representation of Mars, Saturn.
Yeah.
could also
Venus
be,
and Saturn,
counter rotating currents, Birkin current too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
which it is.
Mhm.
Cool.
Concentric rings and rotating in opposite directions. Mhm.
It's quite a fascinating subject when you look into it, isn't it? And then you got all these typical
is.
channels going on off tangent and trying to push, oh, we're going to be doom and gloom. There's another planet going to hit Earth, all the usual stuff. And you think, oh,
Watch the
God.
hand. Watch the hand.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
anybody's talking, and then you talk about how and you have like all these different Saturnalias and all these different things that
Yeah.
are going on about Saturn, this planet that nobody could even see or know about really very much, and it's really
Yeah.
fucking very ancient. And so now we're having you guys think, folks.
Exactly.
It wasn't Galileo who discovered the first anything with all of that. These are the false histories, the false stories.
Yes.
The guy who invented peanut butter was not whatever the fuck the other guy's name is that they told us invented. Peanut butter was invented a million years ago. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, all this muddying of the water to keep you from seeing how truly fascinating our real world actually is.
Exactly, Debbie. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Then you
I've
want to
gotta-
go get a piece of that. That's what they don't want you to do.
I've got
Want
to
it.
move again.
How
Okay.
simple to understand it really is. And how
There's plenty of unused land. There's like countries full of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That you could just go and start your country in and nobody would even know it. But no, they want to kill you before you can go do
what
that.
is it that
But you wouldn't bother them at all.
all the people in the world could fit in Texas with 1 full acre to themselves each?
Yep.
Isn't that amazing?
It is.
Well, and you got to look into it.
But we're overpopulated, Debbie.
I looked into this.
I know. I guess we
about
just have
the-
to commit Harry Carey, right?
Yeah, we can't feed the
About
world either, even though we throw enough away.
This
Apples.
one commercial that was on UK television.
Rebecca's been trying to talk. I'm getting stomping all over her, dudes.
Oh, go ahead.
No, not after I just stomped a fit for you.
Okay, I have been looking into the towns in here in the United States that's not incorporated. Too. So
Incorporated.
not incorporated.
Oh, okay. Which
Have you
ones?
I forget the name of it right offhand. But there's one here.
Some
in North
forgetful
Carolina.
name town, like fucking.
It's here in North Carolina. There's one that's near Cherokee. It's like a county over from Cherokee.
I've been there.
So
Yep,
I
I did a motorcycle rally in Cherokee.
cool.
You know the bike rally they have there every year? Yeah, I did that
yeah.
one time. Pretty
Cool.
shitty little bike rally, but
Yeah.
it was after this Myrtle Beach, or I think it was after like Laconia, New Hampshire.
Mm.
New Hampshire,
Shit.
live free or die
Shit.
hard. Live free or die hard.
Oh, that's that movie I've been trying to think of the name of it.
Die hard,
Hard.
or just die hard. Oh, is Live Free and Die
Live
Hard
Free or
a
Die
movie?
Hard.
It's not
Yeah,
just
that's
Die
the
Hard.
last- Live Free or Die Hard or something like that. Where the
It's not
hackers
just-
come in and do the fire sale and everything.
Don't remember that.
Yeah.
Fucking slackers.
I've got to go now, guys. So it's nice to chat to everybody. Green,
Alrighty.
Debbie.
We'll see you
and
next
Thanks,
time.
Foxy.
Have a good day.
Yeah. Take care.
See you
bye.
later.
Bye.
You too.
Back when you were talking about what was it exactly you were talking about? Oh, that how there really is not a overpopulation problem. I was recalling this ad in the UK that was really disgusting about Agenda 21 and showed some people who were just like in their 50s getting on the air saying, I've had a good life. I've had a complete life. Trying to imply that they should like give way to
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was
Euthanasia.
horrible. Yes, this was a horrible video. They put this on public broadcasting.
Oh my.
What are you saying? Are you saying that you expect us to just walk into a vaporizing machine or something? Is that?
That's
Holy
disgusting.
shit.
Oh my
I'll have to
god.
look it up and post it. Yeah, it was really disgusting.
Not
Fucking
surprising though.
Crazy. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I yelling all over the place? Walking to a vaporizer machine. I've had a good life.
Yeah, can you believe that?
We had our
Like-
one child.
A 1.3 or something. Yeah.
We had our 1.3 children.
Like Futurama, suicide boots.
Because you're allowed to have another child, but only for parts for the first child.
My god.
Watch, that's going to be a stipulation in legislation one day. You can have your second child. It's 1.3 children because you're going to have like the second child. You're only going to be allowed to crop the organs from.
God damn.
But you can keep it alive up to the age of 70 if you want.
Mm-hmm.
But so you just have this human commodity crop in your cryo fridge, you know. You know, it's cool, it's regular, it's everyday shit. We were conditioned for it for 30 years, you know, ahead of time. Sci-fi, baby.
Well, there's this service that is for years they've been offering where when you have a child, when they're born, you can save I think it's the placenta and put it on ice in case they ever need to grow tissue or something. Now, of course,
Yeah.
in a way, that makes more sense. I mean, that's.
You gotta pay to do that. Do you
Oh
think
yes,
that
of course. Paid
you think that would be, you know, instantaneous, you know, you automatically keep it.
Mhm.
But no. Gotta pay.
You know, I brought my fucking George Foreman grill and was like, what's up? We're having barbecue placenta.
Ooh.
I'm just joking. But that's what some people do that
Yeah, they do.
for some reason.
Of course,
Probably Jews.
I would prefer they do that than to rely on body parts from China.
No, we'll just skip eating any of the human body parts anyway. Anything to do with eating babies or anything near babies.
No, I mean
I'm
saving
too
of it.
civilized for that baby fucking
I'm
shit.
not talking about eating it. I'm talking about saving it. I mean, I prefer they
saving it
take
either.
that service to regenerate organs for themselves rather than rely on China imprisoned populations for their organs, you know?
That too.
If they must worry about this kind of thing one way or the other, you would think they would be more concerned about what's going on around them, but they're not.
Right. Instead, people are worried about the election. Shit.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this Dog and Pony show this year is the worst I've ever seen.
It is. Oh my god. I can't remember one worse.
There's not even any real, like, people aren't even worried about anything real.
No,
No.
they're not.
Like, any real issues at all.
Well, the one good thing for me that came out of it was I identified a whole slew of YouTube channels that I'm not going to be listening to for anything.
Oh, I know. Yeah, thank you. That was a great fucking, I know, cleaned house.
Clean
I've
house.
been marking them as fucking spam. Sending
Some
them
I
out.
would not have expected, yes.
Yeah.
And others, I might add, who saw right through it and said so. And so they're now moving towards the top of my list. Yeah, so there you go. Got to make lemonade out of these damn lemons.
Yeah. It's true. It's not nearly as many. And oh wow, I just wanted to say I noticed that they've been erasing the hell out of comments I've been dropping.
Is that
Too.
still happening? Okay.
Oh yeah, big time. Not nearly as, you know, not from people who you would normally expect.
That is the disappointing part. Again, it's like, well, there's that old expression, you know, that both politics and religion you can't bring up at a party or something because people start wanting to kill each other. Why? I mean,
I know.
Exactly.
that is the intent
Why?
of both.
Because we get told that. When you get told that,
Mm-hmm.
you get told to expect an argument, you are in defense posture, argue posture.
Well, the intent of both.
Like a natural trick.
Yeah, the intent
You know,
of
it's
both.
conditioning. It's rationalism. If you never even said, if you, you know, do you know what I mean? Without me having to say too much
The
more.
intent of both politics and religion is to be divisive, is to create separate groups that are separate with a passion, right? So that they, passionately will hate anyone that's not in their group. Both religion and politics do that. And people still fall for it.
Yep. I mean, I had an experience where I worked one time at a fast food place, and this was years and years ago. And these two men got no damn. They were beating the shit out of each other over politics.
Mm-hmm. Just the way they do over religion. Yes.
It's funny,
Yeah.
and neither one of them had any idea that both of the candidates butt fuck each other.
Oh, no idea. They
Excuse
had to
me,
call the
but
police on them.
metaphorically.
Mm-hmm.
I forget
Yeah.
I'm sitting here with women sometimes. I mean,
I get
you're
it.
just a couple of the guys, you know.
Well, it says it like it is. I mean, and they do, and they're doing that to everybody too, not just each other. I mean, they're screwing over
Well, no,
everybody.
they're doing it because they're in love with each other. They're doing it to us with no Vaseline.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Shit.
Oh.
On that note, I'm gonna go have a smoke.
But you know what's so odd is that everyday decent people, I mean, they get caught up in it. But then one of the first things when they see how angry everybody is getting because they've expressed their views from their little partial group, the first thing they'll say is, why can't we all just get along? Because they don't like
I
the
know.
argument. And
I
yet
don't
they
like
can't
it
see
either.
what initiates the arguing. That somebody's
Right.
falsely convinced them to be a part of this group and that this group
Right.
is superior to that group.
They want you in a box. So that, like he said earlier in one of the other shows.
Well, I've often said that I suspect any effort made to corral me into something, if its whole premise is a divisive one, if its whole premise
Yes.
is this is the better thing, this is you're better if you do this, because
Yeah.
again, it's like, oh, you want me to hate something. Why?
Right.
What does he want me to hate and why?
I'll say hey to the chat. Hey guys. See Robot Broken just joined.
Oh,
And Polly Parrot there. Dud.
yeah.
P. Marie. Me, you, Amy.
You're stuffing my face.
Stepping is plus 4. Sentinel. Right's got a lot of comments. Some Phantom Prophet. And Martin Mason. Hello.
Oh, that must have been earlier on, yes.
Yeah, Grim and Foxy. And
I don't think that some of the folks, I don't think that some of the folks that were here earlier realized that we finally got it stable.
oh,
I
man.
reposted it, the new link with
I
saying
did too.
Yeah.
That's why I titled it third. So, yeah.
So I guess from now on, we'll just pass the link out to
Yeah.
only the people.
That's what I do.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is what we've gone through.
If you want to join, you have to.
Before. Yeah.
If you want to join, first I have to know who you are. So, or somebody on the panel has to know who you are. So that sucks.
Third time is a charm.
Yeah. Well, the first one ran for an hour.
Oh, that's the one though that I could.
But that's when we were
hardly
just
type anything. Yeah, it was.
we was just getting going in that one, and then the next one he was really getting going, and then.
Hello, Jammer.
It's
If you want the link, tell us. We'll send it to you.
Yes.
We're having to send it out separately. Yeah.
So, what's that? Hello.
There are so many events going on October 14th through 16th. We've got the Monsanto, the general marches throughout the world, plus the simulated Hague trial. But we also have the Truth for Cancer has a symposium going on.
Oh no, I didn't know about that one.
Yes, I'll have to look it up and repost it.
Ooh.
I'm going to try to do
Ooh.
that today, repost everything that's going on October 14th through 16th. But yeah, so I'm going to try to catch as much of all of that as I can. Well,
Okay, no problem here.
yeah, I hadn't really planned on being on today, but it's like I said, I got super mad when they didn't went on like
I
others
know.
were being silenced. It's like,
Tell me about it. Oh my God.
yeah, you heard me
Anyway.
say that. Fuck you.
Yeah.
It's like, that really
Yeah.
pissed me off. It's funny. People don't realize that, but all they do is just, like I say, for the real fighters, they just make you mad and you come back stronger than ever. That bot is in there again. Oh, it's gone.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Yeah, that's what we have to call him from now on, Mr. Roboto.
Yep.
Or just fucking nothing.
That's for sure. Nothing at all.
At all. None of that. No mentions. No attention.
Oh, man. Oh, just as a side note,
Quietly keep reporting that. The issue.
What?
Quietly report the issue.
what are you talking about, Grim?
Just nod and agree and God damn. Quietly report the issue. Yep. That's it.
I wasn't even talking about, I was going to talk about something else. Just as a side note, Kenny will be back more permanently in November.
Awesome.
I talked to him last night, yeah. After his finals.
So he's at school.
Yeah. He finished 1 degree. And
Cool.
yeah, and he's going to have a break, so.
Good stuff.
It was. He's going to be in a position to more specifically analyze blood. Isn't that cool? Of
Oh.
course, he'll be looking for the things he'll be looking for. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, that's what we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Yep.
For him anyway. On him.
Yeah. Now, what was that?
I thought
About
we
that
on
cat?
the panel all knew that.
Oh, no, I didn't know. I didn't
Oh.
know.
Hmm.
No.
Didn't know you didn't know.
Now, what was that about the cancer thing, Debbie? Did you find that?
Oh, I can't look for it now because my system's
Oh,
too
okay.
slow. But it is. It's
Problem.
the answer for cancer. Everyone's pretty familiar with that website.
Yes.
They're also having a symposium live, free, by the way,
Cool.
14 through 16. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I'll see if I can find it.
Like I said, I'll also post it later today, just as a reminder.
Hang on. I'm on Google search. I forgot. Is it called Best Answer for Cancer?
No, the answer to cancer, I think is.
Okay. Okay.
Or no, sorry, it could be the truth about cancer. I'd have to
Okay.
look it up. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay, the Global Quest docuseries. Is that
That's
it?
it. I think.
Okay. And there's a YouTube too. I think that's it. Yeah. God, it's in there again. Okay.
Oh, Becky, I need to return this call, so I'll need to pop off now. I'll catch up with
Okey-dokey.
you later, and thanks everyone in the chat.
Okey-dokey.
So I'll post all
We'll
that
see.
stuff later, and
Okey-dokey.
yeah, make sure you got, if you can, well, at least find one of these events again, 14 through 16, beginning tomorrow. There's a lot of things going
Yeah.
on, so
Definitely.
okay, I'll talk to you guys later.
Check your
Okey-dokey.
Skype later. All right.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's through YouTube. Okay. I'll put that in the description too. So.
All right. Well,
Let's
fun
see.
time. I'm gonna hop out of here.
Okie dokie.
Y'all take care. Thanks for having me on.
Oh yeah, anytime. We'll
Okay.
see you.
All right. Bye. Bye, everybody out there.
Okay. If anybody wants to join, I'll send you the link. Just let me know. So. Okay, I'll just go ahead and end it. I've been home since about 3 times. Altogether, it's about 3 hours, 3.5 hours. So I'll see y'all Saturday. I think it's at, I think it's at 4 Eastern. I'll have to check. I'll post it though. So, but thanks everybody for bearing with us. We'll see you. Peace, love, love each other. See ya.